We're heading into one of the most important energy shifts of the year, and it has the power to change everything. The June solstice is a major turning point in the Earth's spiritual journey through the collective spiral dance of ascension into higher consciousness. Through this shift, a new timeline is manifesting, and you are the co-creator of all that will appear along that timeline of new spiritual growth and consciousness evolution. Dial in, because these are some of the most important messages you'll receive this year, including your angel's guidance for June 20th through July 4th, 2024. Think of the solstice as a portal into a new reality. Once you cross the threshold into this energetic portal of high vibrating light and consciousness, you'll never be quite the same again. During the solstice, Mother Earth's energy body blooms open to receive a massive influx of high vibrating source light encoded with divine information that triggers the Earth's ascension into a new, higher frequency paradigm of consciousness. This is like taking a pivotal step into a new reality, because this energy shift will accelerate the manifestation of everything that supports your harmonization with this higher vibration. Everything that does not support your alignment with your soul's highest divine good will be under pressure to dissolve and clear, while everything that is truly meant for you will amplify and expand. You will, as always, have total free will choice as to how you'll respond to these shifts, whether or not you'll learn the lessons that the universe is about to place before you, and ultimately what pathway or timeline you'll follow for your soul's personal growth into this new consciousness. But no matter what path you choose, life is about to present you with a potent opportunity to sculpt a new reality and transform at a deep level, so it's about to get interesting. By the way, if you're wondering what ascension is, check out the video I left for you in the description below all about this topic. Essentially, ascension is a soul-level discovery of who and what you are in divine truth. A multidimensional, unlimited divine being of love and incredible creative power. Now, solstice occurs on June 20th. However, transformational divine energy will be flowing throughout our collective many days before and after solstice's June 20th peak. In the northern hemisphere, this is of course the summer solstice, while in the southern hemisphere, this will be the winter solstice. Summer solstice, the longest day of the year, is the climax of the light's power, while winter solstice, the longest night of the year, is the rebirth of the light. In the spirit realm, all light is consciousness. In fact, the substance of consciousness is light. Light that is eternal and moves effortlessly between multiple dimensions of being. So, when we speak of the climax of the light's power, we're referring to the climax of consciousness. Consciousness rising to touch the peaks of its current breadth of potential. When we refer to the rebirth of the light, we're referring to the rebirth of consciousness, a potent renewal of our in-touchness with the source of consciousness and its infinite potential. Whether you're located in the southern or northern hemisphere does not necessarily determine exactly what kind of experience you're going to have through the solstice. Depending on what you need most at a soul level, you could experience a personal return to your origins and a rebirth, or a rise to the pinnacles of higher perspective or empowerment, or perhaps a bit of both. To get a sense of how you are evolving and growing through this solstice shift personally, notice how you feel. Ascension comes with many symptoms, many signs and side effects, about which I share in detail in my Ascension Symptoms video, which I left linked for you in the description below. Some of the biggest symptoms or signs you could experience as your energy and consciousness shift along with the Earth during this solstice could include the need to sleep for more hours than usual, since in your sleep, your soul is often traveling deep into the spirit realm to grow and learn, while your body downloads new light and learns how to hold it at a cellular level. High sensitivity to sensory stimulation and the need to retreat into quiet spaces or spend time in nature. High emotional sensitivity, wherein you find yourself easily reacting to emotional stimuli, since as you shift into a new vibration, you're often going through a process of emotional purging or emotional self-discovery. High psychic sensitivity, wherein you receive intuitive messages, visions, psychic dreams, synchronicities, or visits from spiritual guides, since as you shift into a new vibration, your psychic gifts will often sharpen to a higher level, or you'll become more vividly conscious of these gifts. Or increased intensity in life lessons, including the need to face inner wounds, navigate relationship conflicts, or resolve any imbalances in your day-to-day life. Basically, this one boils down to attracting situations that cause you to learn, awaken, and grow at a more accelerated rate. Your soul magnetically draws these situations to you to help you make the leap into a more harmonious alignment with the higher consciousness that is coming in. If you notice any of these signs, be sure to tune in and ask your heart and spirit, what is going on? What am I feeling and why? What do I need to know about myself as I move through these inner changes? Be sure to also call in your angels, as they can help not only to supply the answers to these questions, but also to ease the intensity of ascension symptoms and bring in the joy and blessings of these shifts. Now, just after the solstice peaks on June 21st or 22nd, depending on your time zone, we'll be having a full moon in the sign of Capricorn. A solstice full moon is always a powerful one. Full moons bring release and endings. And remember, during the solstice, Mother Earth's energy body has bloomed wide open. Your energy body tends to follow and mirror that of Mother Earth. So this is also your opportunity to open up and let go, allowing deep cleansing release to occur. According to the angels, you'll be guided to release anything that is blocking you from realizing your full power and potential. This energy is going to be deep, emotional, and full of lessons that will prepare you to claim your power as the co-creator of your reality. By the way, this solstice is just one half of a powerful two-part ascension initiation for our collective. The second half of this massive shift is going to occur on the Lion's Gate, occurring on August 8th. I will, of course, be sharing another video all about that in early August, so keep your eyes open for that. With this amazing cosmic energy backdrop in mind, let's dive into the angels' 3 messages for this solstice full moon cycle. All 3 of the messages I'm about to share will likely apply to your path in some way, but if you'd like to get a sense of which message is going to be your leading theme or lesson, then pick a number 1, 2, or 3 right now. Whichever number you're feeling the most drawn to will represent your leading angel message. Ready? Let's dive in. The angel's first message for this solstice full moon shift is that you'll be guided to remember who you truly are. The high vibrating source light we'll receive around the solstice will trigger mass awakening. Remember, light is consciousness. The more light you receive and integrate, the more conscious and aware you become. This begins with self-awareness. And according to the angels, you're now being divinely guided through an upgrade in your self-awareness. You are about to receive a big dose of truth. Illusions are being peeled away to help you see and accept who and what you truly are. Who and what you truly are is God. In other words, you are a being of love, a fractal of the divine creator mind, which originated in love and radiates love as its pure essence. Anything you may be holding in your self-concept that does not serve or align with love, does not serve or align with truth, and so you'll be guided to release it. One of the biggest blockages to truth and love that we often hold within our self-concept as human beings is shame. According to the angels, you're going to be guided to first become aware of any aspect of your self-awareness wherein you're holding on to shame, and then you'll be guided to forgive and purge it. This might mean getting to the root of where you first learned to feel shame, including understanding relationships that wounded your self-concept. According to the angels, forgiveness is the golden master key to all healing. So as you discover the origins of any shame you might be holding, you'll be guided to forgive both yourself and any others who may have influenced you to hold shame. This empowers you to see yourself as God sees you. God sees you as eternally perfect, unconditionally lovable, and unconditionally worthy of all the joy, goodness, well-being, and power in the universe. So in truth, this self-discovery is about returning to self-love. Though these energy shifts may deliver hard truths and ask you to take responsibility for releasing them, they are ultimately very loving and very empowering. The truth is that you are not a victim. You are not limited, and you do not need to waste a single moment on self-pity or self-sabotage. You are instead being guided to see that you are a powerful leader and co-creator for your reality. You are being guided to let go of any fears or illusions that ever convinced you otherwise, break free of old karmic cycles, and create a new path forward. As you remember who you are, an unlimited being of love, you co-create a reality that supports and expresses your experience of this truth. The angel's second message for this solstice full moon cycle is all about safety. The June solstice marks our official entrance into Cancer season, wherein the sun enters the sign of Cancer. Cancer energy wants us to feel safe, and a big spotlight is about to shine from the heavens straight into the safety, security, protection, and nourishment that supports you in holding a consciousness of love. This spotlight of safety may bring several areas of life to the forefront of your focus, including your home, which is the safe nest that helps your energy to literally root into the earth and grow strong, your finances, which of course provide practical security in a material sense, and your relationships, which provide emotional safety. Now, the full moon occurring in conjunction with this solstice will be in Capricorn, and so will the next full moon occurring on July 21st. This means that like two bookends at both the beginning and the end of Cancer season, we'll have a full moon in Capricorn. This symbolizes a month-long season of inner emotional work, which may include heightened emotional sensitivity, inner emotional self-discoveries, increased compassion, and emotional healing. It is very possible that this emotional energy might feel heavy for some, as many of us will be guided to face our beliefs about our safety and security in this world. This energy is nudging us outside of our comfort zones so that we may claim our power and realize that we all have the power to manifest our own safety. According to the angels, you may be guided to realize that you are not a victim and that nothing in this world has the power to define you as such. You may also be guided to become your own advocate and speak up for your own needs and boundaries by taking accountability and responsibility for the situations and relationships in which you are participating. Essentially, this is a time for both soul level and practical lessons on doing your own work to claim and level up the safety and security you experience in this world. A big moment for these lessons will occur around June 29th when Saturn, the planet of responsibility, discipline, and karma, goes retrograde. This may just bring in a spark of inspiration for you to initiate healthy, balanced control in your life by way of self-discipline, focus, structure, productivity, and creating a regimen that helps you to feel safely empowered. So notice where your focus is being drawn, whether it's around your home, your relationships, your health, your finances, or anywhere else, and strengthen the energies of security and protection there. According to the angels, this will be a powerful step in securely grounding higher vibrations so that you can sustain higher consciousness and all of its blessings for the long term. The angel's third message for our solstice full moon portal is that you'll be guided to surrender to healing. As you have likely noticed in the messages that have come up so far, this is a powerful time for healing. We're being guided to face some of the deepest, most fundamental aspects of our consciousness, including our self-concepts and our experiences of safety and security in this world. According to the angels, we're being guided to heal these fundamental aspects of ourselves. This means that we're healing at our deepest roots. If fundamental aspects of our consciousness have been wounded, then we're being guided to better understand that and apply love's healing balm to that now. This includes wounds of identity or I amness, wounds in your relationships, or wounds connected to your concept of God or the world around you. The light we are now receiving is revealing a powerful truth. And this powerful truth is leading to powerful healing. That truth is that the divine created you as eternally safe, infinitely powerful, and unconditionally loved. You are being guided to surrender everything that has ever convinced you otherwise to the light. You are being guided to let go of fear-based self-defenses, fear-based control, and fear-based illusions. You are being guided to forgive and release all of these things so that you may surrender and accept the power and goodness that you are in truth. Once you release whatever has been seemingly in the way of this truth, you need only to surrender. You have already been encoded with the highest intelligence, power, and love in the universe. In other words, the divine seed has already been planted within you. So healing is not about reinventing the wheel, but about releasing what is not true so that you may allow the truth to expand and unfurl its miracles within you, through you, and all around you. On a practical level, the angels would like to give you some guidance to help you with this healing. First off, trust in the divine harmony of the universe. Even if things seem to be temporarily chaotic or you feel very intense, you are safe. Let go of fear and trust. Secondly, prioritize your state of being. Your peace is a top priority right now, and so your angels are inviting you to call in their help to lower your stress and increase your peace, quiet, simple joys, and freedom. The healing you're undergoing right now is helping you to initiate a return to love's wisdom and values, wherein a new timeline and chapter of life is dawning, one in which you're being empowered to manifest a life that even more powerfully roots and expresses the higher consciousness of love. Remember, you are a powerful co-creator of the new earth that is forming right now. When you choose love, you become a beacon of light in the world and help to create the world in love's image. Thank you so much for tuning into these messages and for liking, commenting, subscribing, and hitting the notification bell. I so appreciate it when you hit that like button, by the way, because it helps other lightworkers like yourself find these angel messages in YouTube's algorithm. Be sure to keep your eye out for the next few videos I'll be releasing, as I have some very exciting angel messages on the ascension shifts we're all undergoing. And remember to check out the links I left for you in the description below to learn more about ascension and to do my solstice guided meditations so that you can align with this solstice at a profound spiritual level. Thank you so much again for tuning in, and know until next time that you are so loved and so very blessed. Bye!